Hello, Lead Sim Academy parents and guardians. Welcome to the December cast off with the counselors, the last cast off for the year 2024. Um, this is Todd Sear. I'm the seventh grade counselor and part of the Student Support Services Department. I got a short one for you this month, and there will be no follow up Q&A. So let's get into it. This month, I'm going to tell you about semester two and how to get ready for semester two. I'm going to show you how to get to your children's grades on Infinite Campus. I'm going to touch upon magnet applications because we are a little bit over a month until they're due. So I'm going to explain that to you a little bit. I will tell you about the spring sports that are starting up for 2025. I will show you how to get to the school calendar, and we always finish up with dates to remember. So let's get into it, shall we? Our first topic is getting ready for semester two. So we are 2 weeks away as of this recording. So I'm recording this on Friday, December 6th. The quarter ends on Friday, December 20th, 2 Fridays from today. That is the end of quarter two, but it's also the end of semester one. So we are halfway through the school year as of Friday, December 20th. So, how do you prepare for semester two? Well, we've got some tips for you from the Student Support Services Department. First of all, semester two starts on the 6th of January, 2025. Okay, that is a Monday. That is the day that we come back from Christmas break. So, to get ready for semester two, we highly recommend during Christmas break that you periodically check your child's schedule, because we may not be able to make necessary changes before we leave on the 20th. We, the counselors, we have access to schedules all the time. So we might have to make some changes over the holiday break. Okay. So it'd be a good idea to check your child's schedule over the break. And if there are changes, prepare your child for those changes. We also recommend that they read over the winter break and practice, for instance, math facts, multiplication, division facts, um, and read. It's break time, yes, and many of them don't like to read for fun, but it's a great way to stay up on their schoolwork. Maybe find books that they're truly interested in. But yeah, we do recommend some reading over the break. And of course, study habits are very, very important. So here's what we suggest, okay? And you can have this conversation with your children. Take a look at semester one. Talk about what worked. Okay, what did they do uh, for their classes, for their schoolwork? What did they do that helped them get the grades that they wanted, the good grades? Okay, whatever they did, tell them to keep doing it for semester two and for the rest of their time as a student, honestly, even into high school. What didn't work? You know, have them really analyze and identify maybe some habits that they fell into that cost them good grades if they didn't get the grades they wanted. For instance, I did not get my work done in class on time, and then I didn't finish it when I got home. Okay. Not a good habit to get into. Second example, I did not do so great on my social studies assessments, and I never got to my teacher's nav times for makeups or retests. Okay. Not such a great habit to get into. We want the opposite. So, whatever didn't work, they need to change it. Okay. And that can be a conversation. We can talk to them about that. Certainly, that's part of our job as counselors. Okay. And this might be the first time in their lives that they actually have to think about how they're studying and how they're getting their work done. Because maybe up to this point, it's been a breeze. You know, they've coasted and just got those good grades automatically without a lot of effort because it just came to them. And maybe now that's not happening. So for the first time, they may have to really consider, what kind of study process works for me. Okay. And if they tried something this semester that didn't work for them, well, then next semester is a great time to change it. Okay. So keep the good study habits, change the ones that did not result in the great grades. Okay. And then finally, set goals. Your children should be setting goals for semester 2. And again, this can be a conversation that you have with them. All right. It's always a good idea to have goals. And of course, their teachers have goals for them, but it's good for them to have individual goals. All right, so those are our suggestions to get ready for semester 2. Um, okay, so semester 2 starts with quarter 3, and there will be some scheduled changes um, for the 6th grade and the 8th grade. So let me explain. 6th graders, if your child is in PE right now, that means that next semester they're going to be in the Exploring World Languages class, basically Spanish, beginning Spanish. Okay. If your child is in the Exploring World Languages class this semester, next semester they will be in the PE6 class, right? So those two classes go together and they flip flop. The same goes for guitar and art. So if your child is in beginning guitar this semester, next semester they will transfer to beginning art. And of course, the opposite's true. If they're in art this semester, next semester they're going to beginning guitar. Now, for the 8th graders, PE and health are two classes that are a quarter each. Okay. So if your 8th grader had PE and health for this semester, next semester, they're moving into computer science and applications. Okay. That is a high school credit course. All 8th graders across the district need to take it. They need to pass it. If they don't pass it, they have to take it again in high school. So it is given to all 8th graders here at Lead, and it's in their best interest to pass the class. Now, if your 8th grader has computer science and applications this semester, that means next semester they're going to have a quarter of PE and a quarter of health. Again, required courses. Okay? Now, there might be other changes in your child's schedule. Just like I said earlier, just make sure you're checking it over the winter break. And let us know if you have any questions. Okay, grade reports. So, as you may or may not be aware, the days of printed report cards are over in CCSD, at least for now. Who knows? Pendulum could swing the other way, but for now, no printed report cards or grade reports. Okay. You get a message. We get a message. I'm a parent too, so we get messages at the semester. Oh, well, at the end of the quarter and at the end of the semester, I'd say grades are available. Same with progress time. Grades are available. So you log into Infinite Campus to see your child's grades. Unless a individual teacher decides to print up a progress grade report or a quarter grade report, semester grade report, nothing goes home. All right. They're not required to do that. That's up to them individually. So the way to see your child's grades, and this is true all the time, you log into Infinite Campus, the parent portal. You go to the upper left corner of the screen and you'll see the link for grades. You click on all terms in the grades bar and you can see your child's grades. I'm going to demonstrate that for you right now with my own parent portal. So if you follow me, here we are on Infinite Campus. So I'm going to click on my daughter's grades. My daughter is an 8th grader. Okay. Here's the grades link that I was telling you about in upper left. There it is. Okay. So these are Rhea's grades for quarter 2. All right. There you go. Now, if I want to see all of them, quarter 1 and quarter 2 together, I click on all terms. And there we go. Those are Rhea's grades for quarter 1 and quarter 2. The semester grade, when it's compiled, will show up right here. Okay. As you can see right now, it says in progress. Same with the quarter because teachers are not done. Teachers have not closed their grade books. Okay. So of course it's in progress. When the semester is complete, we'll get a semester exam grade, a semester grade, and a citizenship grade. Okay. So that's how you check grades. The days of the report card coming home and asking your child for the report card, they are gone. All right. Next topic is magnet applications. So let's get into this. Okay, if you have a current sixth or seventh grader at lead, all right, they do not need to apply. You do not need to reapply for them to attend lead next year, okay, in seventh or eighth grade. Once we've got them, they're ours. I think I've said that a couple times in these presentations, but I will reiterate it because it's super important. Once we have students enrolled at lead, they stay at lead until withdraw them or they move on from eighth grade. Okay. So if you have a current sixth or seventh grader and you want them to come back next year, you don't have to do anything. Okay. They're here. I mean, you have to do the typical online registration, which I'll talk about that when we get to the end of the school year. We all have to do that. But as far as like reapplying to lead, no, not necessary. Okay. So what I'm talking about right now applies to either our eighth graders who want to go to a magnet high school or current fifth grade students that want to be at lead next year. Okay. So the magnet applications are due on Tuesday, the 14th, 2020, 14th of January, 2025. All right. So like I said, over a month. All right. And if you have questions about that, you can come talk to us. All right. Spring sports. Oh, and by the way, um, we'll have more detailed information about Magnet later in the year at an upcoming cast off presentation. Okay, spring sports. We have 3 sports that are offered in the spring here at Lead, and they are soccer, basketball, and softball. Okay, I know the basketball team is already formed. Um, Not sure about soccer, not sure who the coaches are going to be. So that hasn't been determined yet. Softball. Softball is a special case because it's not recognized or sanctioned by the school district. Okay. So Mrs. Murray, our awesome eighth grade counselor, she is going to be one of the coaches for softball. However, the team will not be the lead STEM Academy navigators. Okay. They can't be associated with the school. I can't get into it, but it's pretty complicated. But the bottom line is there's still going to be a softball team. It's going to be privately funded, I guess you could say. The money has to come out of the coaches' pockets. So there will be fundraising for the softball team, but I did want to make that clear. So all sports start with an intramural. Okay, there are intramural games that are taking place in January for most of our sports, and then following the intramural season, then they have tryouts for the school teams. Okay, if you would like more information about sports, you can go to our website leadstemacademy.tech. Okay, and you can click on athletics, and that's one of the links. Okay. All right. Let me show you something really handy. On the school website, there is an actual calendar which tells you about what's going on at our school. Okay. So you go to leadstemacademy.tech. Okay. You go to the upcoming events, which is on the right side of the page. And I'm going to demonstrate this for you. Okay. It's not really a link. It's just kind of on the page. But there is a link towards the bottom that says show calendar. So enough talk. Let me show you what that looks like. Not that. Okay, so here we are on the Lead Academy website, leadstemacademy.tech, right? Now, if you navigate, here's that section I'm talking about, upcoming events. Okay. Down at the bottom, we've got a link here that says show calendar. All right. So if I click on that, this is the calendar for the school. Okay. So as you can see, today is the 6th. We have an assembly. Assembly's going on right now as we speak. As a matter of fact, that's where our 8th graders are. It's student of the month assembly. Okay. But you can see all the events that are going on for the rest of the month. Okay. So if you have a question about when is such and such, this is a great place to go. You can go to the Lead Sim Academy calendar. All right. Okay. Dates to remember. Almost done here. So next Monday is the 9th of December. Now, I don't know when you're watching this because I have no control over when this goes out. So if it's already past the 9th, I apologize. But Monday the 9th is our winter concert for the band. Okay. Tuesday the 10th is our winter concert for the orchestra. Oops. So we have Mr. Truitt, who is our band teacher, and his wife, Mrs. Truitt, is our orchestra teacher. And they have their respective concerts Monday the 9th and Tuesday the 10th. Again, I don't know if that's already passed by the time you've seen this. Wednesday the 11th, so that's next Wednesday as the time of this recording, is our annual Winterfest. I had a separate slide about Winterfest in the November cast off, but basically it's our big winter celebration. It happens every year. It's a big, big deal. There's a lot of food. There are games. There's prizes to be won. Staff members all over helping out, having fun with the kids. It's all ages. It's an all ages event. It's totally free, but it's free to get in. Let's put it that way. It's free. Entrance is free, but the different events cost tickets, and tickets are currently on sale during lunch period here at school. They'll also be on sale the night of the Winterfest. Okay. So if you want to come from 5 to 8 next Wednesday, come on over. You'll have a grand old time. Tuesday, the 17th of December through Wednesday, the 18th of December. That's STEM Tank. I went into STEM Tank in great detail in the last cast off. Okay. But to refresh your memory, Tuesday, the 17th, STEM Tank is going to take place in the afternoon. So it starts at 1:30 and it ends at 3. Okay. And then Wednesday, the 18th, it starts at 8:30 and it ends at 10, I believe. That's the schedule for STEM Tank. I might be off on that. I apologize if I'm off. But, the campus is open in the afternoon on the 17th for you to come and check out the STEM Tank projects. It's open in the morning on the 18th for you to come and check out STEM Tank projects. All right. That's another big deal. That's one of the things that makes us Lead STEM Academy. And then the big one, winter break. So technically, winter break starts on Monday, the 23rd of December. Our last day of school, as I've said earlier, is Friday the 20th. But the break starts on the 23rd, and it technically ends on the 3rd of January, which is a Friday, and we come back that following Monday, the 6th. Okay? So you can mark those dates in your calendar. All right. So we are the Student Support and Services Department, and we are the following. Myself, I'm the 7th grade counselor. Mrs. Murray is our 8th grade counselor. Miss Cloud is our awesome 6th grade counselor. Miss Immerman, who doesn't get a lot of love, unfortunately, she's our attendance counselor. Okay, she's up here in the main office with us. And of course, Dr. Hernandez, I've been singing her praises all year. We're so lucky to have Dr. Hernandez. She's our school social worker. Best way to get a hold of us is email, and there is our email information. And your children are, of course, our priority. That's why we do what we do. Okay, well, I want to thank you for watching the December Cast Off with the Counselors. Have a joyous, cheery, and relaxing holiday season. Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, We will see you in 2025. Take care.